And welcome back to Let's Play Look Outside, and oh, we just missed that poor guy. You hear jingling. An oversized keyring is stuck on the monster's tooth. Well, I suppose nothing left to do but kill this thing and then secure that key. To that end, let's see, I probably should have given Roaches the, war rifle there, but it really doesn't matter. Note that the janitor in there is indeed a target, though it obviously would not do well to target him. Let's have Joel set up teething so that he can deal more effective damage with round saw jaw. Fortunately, this thing is vulnerable to slashing attacks, so that should work out quite effectively against it. We'll also set up some Roach DOTs on it, having Helen stalk it, because this thing is pretty durable. The fight can go on for quite a while, so we want to get as much damage going as possible. Nice bit of DOT damage there from the Roaches set up, and we're just going to set up even more Roaches. Why not? Have Helen go in for the stab there, and Joel can once again go for his round saw jaw. His signature move, really. It's just so good for him. Does a lot of damage, and it is relatively cheap. Also restores itself pretty frequently. I enjoy it. I am a fan of the round saw jaw. Unfortunately, on a per battle basis. Oh hey, look, Roaches recovered there, growing new Roaches. Anyways, the janitor is still in there. He's not having quite a good time there. Let's do a Roach missile there. Let's have Helen go for another stab, and of course Joel can do another round saw jaw. His last one for the battle, more than likely. I don't really think it's worth a try and restore his stamina there. Not too bad. And with all the DOTs, this thing doesn't really seem to have much left going for it. And, okay, there comes the bleed. The janitor is now thoroughly a part of that thing. Unfortunately, Joel is out of his, stamina, so he's gonna have to go back to using more conventional attacks, taking a nice bite out of the thing. Not too bad, not too bad. Joel's not quite as impressive as, of course, the, Hell Sword, but really, who is? I think this thing should be dead now. The keyring clatters from the monster's tooth onto the floor below. Unfortunately, we were not able to save the janitor, but hey, we can take his key and it'll be put to good use. Roaches has Acid Arrow now. Very nice, very nice. Let's go grab that key real quick. To get the key, we of course have to take the elevator back down. One thing to note is that if you have Papineau in your party, he will actually have some comments to say on this poor fellow being devoured by the worm. He's not, though, so we're just going to take the key and not really reminisce on what happened there. With that taken care of, we can now return to the ground floor and fully explore the rest of it. This video is going to mostly be dedicated to taking care of various loose ends that I have left unresolved, and then we're going to set ourselves up for another ending. And I think for the purposes of that, I think I know exactly which correct offering. Well, actually, we do have a correct offering, but I think I know which one I would like to secure in this video. Now, note this door over here. The door is locked electronically. An image of the planet Saturn is etched onto the door handle. Now, with all of the disk images or disks we've collected, we should be able to open this. If I remember correctly, it's Sun, Mars. Leave that one in. Actually, no, wait, it's not that one. Let's go with Pluto. Put Pluto right in there. Then we want to put in Uranus and Neptune. And then if we slap in Jupiter disk. Okay, that was not it. Let me try swap the Pluto disk for Mars, see if that works. No, we'll take the Sun and swap that for Pluto. Yes, okay, I heard the lock click there. Get this open, and a handful of interesting items for us in here. First off, there are some Magnum bullets here, 6 altogether, and a Silver Magnum. One of the strongest guns in the game. In fact, it is the strongest one-handed gun in the game. But Magnum ammo is quite in short supply. If you do not get it from ammo crates, there's a very, very limited amount of it, including the ammo that's loaded into the Silver Magnum. There's another piece of duct tape, which we may need for the Hell Sword, and a final disc of the game, the Saturn disc. The Saturn disc currently has nowhere that it can actually be used. There is no locks that can be popped with the Saturn disc, so it is just useless at this stage of the game. this stage of the game. I just mean useless in general. Anyways, let's re-secure our discs here, because we will need a couple of them for a handful of other places we want to check out today. Pop open the kitchen. Let's actually work our way back through the reception room for the post office, and let's go wrap around through the kitchen. Obviously, in the previous video, I opened that lock, but that was in a completely separate save file, so let's make our way through here. And I didn't actually check out the items in here because, well, obviously we didn't need them, but there is a lot of food left in these refrigerators, in good condition too, so now we are going to be set on food for the rest of the game, more or less. We've been set on food for a while, but you know, it never hurts to have more. Alright, with that door unlocked, we can now make our way back through the kitchen as well. With that taken care of, we're going to pass by Jasper right now, because I don't have anything I want to give him, but I do want to start popping these doors open. So let's see here. Disc-shaped object, let me actually look at what we need here. Number 29, that's very easy. So we can put in the Uranus disc here, and then we can throw in the Earth disc, and that will open this one up right for us right quick. Now in here, we get a Claymore, one of the various Claymores that you can find in the game. Not super useful to us at this point, but it's handy nonetheless. Now look at this. There's nothing displayed on the screen. The wires connect to the socket to the left. So, this is a handy-dandy little device. If you haven't really figured out what the puzzle is, or you just aren't sure what some of these actually have as their value, if you pop them into this little disc reader here, you will get the lock system value for it. So that's a way to directly get the various values of these discs. And probably the most interesting one to put in here is the negative disc. If you put that in, you'll find the computer is not super keen on trying to read that one, but it does tell us that it is a -10 value disk. Note that if you have the original void disk before we imprinted the negative image onto it, that has a value of -1, but there's no door in the game that requires that, so you don't need to worry about having it. Over here we've got 15. This one we can pop open by putting in the Sun disk and the Mars disk. Pretty simple. Well, actually, this is one situation where you could use the Void Disc, now that I think about it. If you put in the Neptune Disc and the Void Disc, that would also pop that lock. We get an unlabeled game cartridge. This is the one video game that does not actually award you a skill if you complete it. However, if you're trying to get the achievement for collecting all the cartridges, you will need to get that one. Pretty obviously supposed to be some kind of creepypasta thing, but currently there is absolutely no value to actually playing that disc. Now, the main thing that we got when we defeated the trash worm is that we were able to secure the janitor's key. That means we can open up every janitor's closet in the game now, so let's make our way over here. Not too concerned about the enemies along the way, although I would like some more experience. It definitely would not hurt to get more of that. Inside here, there's a large jug of ice melt salt and a simple key for us. That's our first janitor closet of many that we're going to be opening in this video. We're going to just pop all of those open and get all the rewards that lay within. Over here, now this is probably the most important janitor's closet. If we pop this sucker open, you'll find Papineau. Papineau is located here if you were not able to reach the first floor with less than 2 additional party members. So this is where you get him. Unfortunately, he's not that good right now. Let's talk to him. Awful. Terrible. What a world. This is the staff break room, but in these dire times, maybe the line between who is and isn't staff blurs. I've seen you before. Call me Papineau, resident custodial engineer. I'm afraid that I may be the last of the maintenance staff remaining. I am afraid to tell you that that is 100% accurate. We're facing a worst-case scenario, a Class K janitorial disaster. I am quite overwhelmed. What a nightmare. Do you need any help? And yes, we can recruit him. His dialogue is the exact same here. Oh, crap, I didn't know Helen had a reaction there. I accept, though. Maybe I can reload my file for that. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Our battle against chaos will eventually end in defeat, but our work remains vital. Our primary task is to clear out the doors blocked by the strange, fleshy grime, perhaps starting with the blockage to the ladies' room just out the door. The herbicide is for the garden might do the trick, but we don't have much left. We may have to look for more, or make our own. Pray we find our custodial colleagues along the way. And yes, herbicide is, indeed an item that you can craft, but we're probably just going to rely on the ones that we get here, as well as the ones that we can pick up from Eugene's shop. So 2 herbicides, and then we get an acid sprayer over here. It's basically the flamethrower, but instead it acidifies the enemy. I don't really care to use it, and I'm not actually sure what you can load into it. I would presume herbicide, but don't quote me on that. I've never really bothered with it, but you might want to use it. Let me see here. We got a few roaches in our inventory. Find a roach in your stuff. You try to grab it. Got it. It's wriggling in your hand. We'll just toss it out. We're friends to the roaches, but we don't need any more in our apartment, and I don't really like the text that keeps popping up when we have them in there, so we will just toss them out and call it a day. There we go. Now, with the janitor's key and the herbicide in tow, we can start popping open a lot more doors at this point. Let's use the herbicide to clear this way. Remember also that we got that ice melt salt, so we can, once we get more of that, we can fully explore the rest of the frozen apartment. It is late, but we can return home later. Let's keep exploring here. Get a cola can. Let's get a first aid kit. Over here, on this one, we get that. Over here, we have another disc with the picture of the planet Venus. Venus has no moons. This is another zero value disc, like the Mercury disc, so we can't really do anything with that. Now, there are several stalls here that don't have much of anything in them, but you're probably noticing where that little trail is leading to. Open this one up, and we find yet another enemy for us to take care of, Famine. Famine's not too big a deal, though. Let me see, do I have anything that Sam can just throw at it? Yeah, let's just throw some shurikens. We'll have roaches do a quick spray and pray at it. We'll have Helen, I don't know what we'll have Helen do. We'll just also have her throw shurikens. Ditto for Joelle. May as well make use of those. It's in the distance, so we're not really going to be able to hit it too effectively from where we are, unless we're roaches who has a submachine gun at his disposal. But yeah, Famine's not anything too difficult. Just throw it with, hit it with slashing items, and it goes down right quick. There we go. Get a raw chicken for our efforts. I think Famine counts as a boss, but I'm not sure on that, so it gets us more points for our score, if they do. Anyways, let's move on. We actually are a little banged up, so I'm going to take this opportunity to rest because we have some pretty difficult battles coming up, and I want to be prepared for those. It's now early morning. We've already seen all of Sybil's dialogue, so I'll just move on. We shouldn't need to eat with the HP and stamina restore that we got from sleeping. Yeah, we're fine there, so we'll continue on. Working our way from the top here now, we're going to pop open the janitor's closet on the 3rd floor. Remember that the ground floor door requires the Earth and Mars disk to be set in the locks outside in order to make it through that. So you do need to, unfortunately, take those disks. If you take those disks out to use them elsewhere, you do unfortunately need to take a long way around using the elevator rather than re-entering the stairwell. Just want to remark on that. On to floor 2, we've got several things we can do here, so it'll probably be a little bit before we have another cut. First order of business, so on ahead in here, we've got tons of valuable items to pick up in this closet. For one thing, we've got another herbicide to pick up. There's also a mop and a broom here, but I'm kind of past the point where I really need those. Some plastic gloves, which could give us protection against the acid stat, and a gas mask. Let me see, is that a piece of headwear? Roaches can't change his headwear, what am I doing here? Let's see, the gas mask is indeed a piece of headwear, grants some protection from acid fumes, as well as making you immune to poison and sleep attacks. Not terrible, but not something I really need. Continuing on, next order of business is we're going to head over to Eugene's and just see what he's selling, though here is Harriet and Sophie's apartment. It is locked, I'm afraid, so nothing to be done there. Of course, I haven't actually turned Sophie over to Harriet in this version of the timeline, I suppose would be the way to say it. Regardless, there's nothing for us there. Next up, we're going to want to take this herbicide here. There is just one, but that's fine. With all the ones that we've gotten thus far, it should be more than enough for us. Let me see. Do I have anyone who's lacking in footwear? Helen's just got the useless rubber boots, so we're gonna buy these work boots real quick. We'll do a quick haggle, get the price knocked down there. Good stuff, good stuff. We'll give those to Helen. Should be an appreciable little bonus for her. Absolutely. Nice little bit of agility and defense there. Defense is so critical. Let's see, for explosives, definitely will want to take these. We'll haggle $97 off the price. This will help out in coming battles. I'll probably also return to the apartment to craft more acid flasks. Like, we've got a declogger we can buy right here. I'll just buy that outright. Let's take a look at this ring here. Sapphire ring. Bolsters both HP and stamina and protects from cold damage. We'll definitely want to haggle that down, get it down to $300. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Okay, let me take a look at Helen's equipment real quick. She's got the war medal for jewelry, but I think with the Hell Sword, it'd be a good idea to give her the Sapphire ring to offset some of the damage that's doing to her HP and stamina. Doesn't look like it's too much, but hey, every little bit helps. Next up, we're in Lyle's apartment. We're going to be doing something else with Lyle in this video, but we'll have to save that for a bit. What I want to do right now is, this door is covered in strange, fleshy, plant-like growths. Let's use an herbicide to clear the way. There we go. With that taken care of, we can now make our way into this one and find a rather interesting fellow here. This is Tumor Head. He's not honestly that special. Let me see here. May as well go for a nitro boost here. Let's do a spray and pray. We'll just have Helen and Joelle do... we'll have Helen do a basic attack. If she gets lucky to hit, that would be nice. I'll have Joelle do Teeth Storm, since that's just simply stronger than Tooth Cannon without the setup there. He is a little resistant to that damage, though, so not that helpful. We should be able to finish him off relatively quickly with the spray and pray. Not too bad. Hey, nice. Good stuff, Roaches. He's working out, he's working out. Granted, we're not really making super regular use of his unique abilities. Here we get Space Truckers, another video game for our catalog. There's also just so many pieces of raw beef in this apartment. I don't want to really think about if it's sensible to be eating this stuff, but we're taking it regardless. Alright, and the last thing we got over here, well, we got some more raw beef right in the gunk here, but also... we've got some batteries. There are a handful of weapons in the game that are electronic, mostly sold by Mutt, stuff like a cattle prod, that require batteries to use. If the batteries run out, you can reload them with these, well, batteries. Continuing on. Next up, we got this door over here. I've already opened this one up in the previous video, but that was a separate file, so it just pays to go through it again. Also, if you happen to skip to the end of that last video just to see the ending, well, now you're gonna know what was in here. There's a bunch of shotgun shells, there is a grenade that is erroneously stated to be a Molotov when you actually pick it up, but still goes into your inventory as a grenade, and finally some more shotgun shells. This room is notable because it originally obtained a double-barrel shotgun, just like the one you obtain in the car in the parking garage if you have the electronic key from the overgrown apartment. This shotgun had several buggy interactions with that shotgun, resulting in it just being cut from the game entirely. At least I'm assuming that's the reasoning. Maybe I'm wrong there. Picking up where we fought Argo previously, I'm going to actually open this door up because if you remember, there was an ice block in this room, and we didn't have any ice melt salt previously. Now we do, and if we just melt this one down, we get an elixir. And it's convenient that we're stopped off right by the door that leads to the basement dweller's abode, because that's where I want to go anyway, as we've got one final fungal growth door to go through. Everybody is A-okay. We didn't actually kill them. They're fine. Don't worry about them. Let's make our way past all these roaches here, because, again, I don't need any more. And let's pop this final door open. There are a couple of notable items in here. Actually, quite a few crafting items, which will help us out quite a bit, because once I'm done here, I do want to return to the apartment and do some quick crafting. In particular, I'd like to make a lot of acid flasks, as they will help out a ton for coming battles. Acid flasks just so good, consistent 130 or so damage, increases the damage that enemies take. You gotta love them, you gotta love them. Over here we got Fangapede. He's just so jovial, listen to that laugh. Anyways, we're gonna kill him, yeah, no. So it's just, it's either us or it's him, and frankly, I'm feeling it should probably be him. Let's have Joelle throw that last batch of shurikens at him for us. Unfortunately, he's a little too far to hit when he starts the fight out, but that is okay. Helen also unfortunately missed. Joelle is not going to miss, and neither is Roaches. Well, okay, Roaches will probably miss a few shots, but he'll get most of his shots in. Look at that. Love it when the crits go through. Almost double damage. I believe I mentioned this early in the LP. There we go. Crits used to do triple damage in the first couple patches, but this was deemed pretty quickly to be way too strong. Bunch of duct tape in here for repairing our weapons, should we need it. So the actual multiplier got nerfed down to 1.8 times, which is probably a lot more reasonable. Anyways, I'm going to return to the apartment and do some quick bit of crafting, and then we're going to head out to do the main bulk of this video. And here we are, back at the basement. Last time, we really quickly worked our way from through the boiler room, but now we are going to give it a proper once-over. We've already killed some of the more dangerous enemies found in here, such as the Enforcer, but we still have the Boiler Beast to defeat, and we still have a side quest to resolve here. I'm not going to bother too much with the pipe men. If I get into a fight with them, I'll just dumpster them. These guys, however, do not give very much experience or money at this point. Our main goal is to find all of the ticks located throughout here. I've given Roaches the War Rifle back, just because it's a bit more of a reliable bit of damage, and also, oh, hey, I've been looking for you, buddy. Here we go, Gore Vortex. This move is brutal. If you don't have super high defense, look at that, 40 to 60 damage on everyone. It is awful. We've also had our skills shut off by the Panic, which is pretty nasty, but well within the acceptable, parameters for this fight. I've crafted up a bunch of explosives, and I've also crafted up some acid flasks. Note that being panicked does not prevent you from using gun skills, so that's a very helpful thing to know there. Let's see, yeah, we'll have Helen use an acid flask. I'm gonna have Joel set up a biting armor to help his defense, and also have him launch some counters. With that acid in effect, we will deal some pretty nice damage with all our physical attacks, or at the very least our gun skills. I tossed the explosive there because I would like to be able to get the stun on this guy. As you can see, he can also siphon your health, and that's a little unfortunate, but we can actually, it's actually not the end of the world, because we've finally been picking up some very strong healing items. Let's see, we've got elixirs that completely restore HP and stamina. I think we're gonna use to, we're gonna have to use a stimulant, because that does not say it revives, and I don't want to take a chance on that. We'll use another acid flask there, and let's see, Joel, better set up Gum Up the Works. Ideally, Joel will just be able to passively heal himself. And, oh hey, Gum Up the Works makes Joel counterattack himself. That's actually kind of funny. Helen's having a bit of a rough time here, but that's okay. Yeah, as you can see, this Boiler Beast, not something to take lightly. Okay, Roach is no longer panicking. There comes another health siphon. That move is pretty nasty with the amount of damage it does. Let's use another explosive on him. Roaches is unfortunately going to have to reload his rifle, and unfortunately half the team is stunned here. Yeah, this guy, he used to not be that big of a threat, but he is a serious problem in the newer versions of the game. You will really just get absolutely stomped by this guy if you come in unprepared. And I'm not necessarily unprepared, but I am having some pretty bad luck here. Let's see. Let's get the Nitro Boost going. Let's have Roaches use another aimed shot at him, and we'll want to have Helen go for the Acid Flask here. Again, she's panicked anyway, so we may as well have her do something that doesn't require the use of skills here. That is... We are looking a little rough, but I think we can make this. Here he comes with another attack. We have a chance to dodge here. Unfortunately, there comes another acid. Hopefully he doesn't siphon health from Sam. He did not. He did not. Okay, now what we're going to do is Sam is still panicking, so we're going to throw another explosive at this guy. Hopefully I can win this fight, because I'm actually getting pretty low on HP. Okay, oof. Yeah, that was... that was brutal. That was not exactly the situation I wanted to find myself in, but we persevered regardless. Oof, yeah, do not take that guy lightly. He was not that hard when I first played this game, trust me. Okay, let's use the suturing kit here, and that'll use up 2 uses of it. May as well make use of this thing, because we haven't really done anything with it yet. And let's see here. We'll use some first aid kits to top everybody off, and then we'll use bandages to do additional wound dressing there. I'm not going to bother doing that on Helen, because I think I might actually be unequipping the Hell Sword soon. But there we go, Boiler Beast defeated. Not the hardest thing in the world in the earlier versions of the game, but definitely devastating to try and commit to in this version of the game. I'm heading over this way. Yes, we did kill that guy. I just couldn't remember if I killed that guy. We've already more or less seen every unique and interesting enemy in the boiler room, so now we can head about and finish off taking out the ticks. What exactly is the... Okay, that enemy has the wrong sprite there. Regardless, we're able to kill him, but what exactly is the purpose of taking out the ticks? I bet you're wondering. Well, it's not super necessary, all truth be told. Damn, it's unfortunate that Helen missed there. I kind of needed her damage to finish this guy off in one turn. It is not really something you need to do, but it does lead to, shall we say, a bit of an interesting challenge, so we're gonna do it. And you get a pretty interesting item for completing it, although not necessarily a good one, just an interesting one. Now that we've hit all those switches, all those blockades with the pipes are no longer a concern. Let's see here. I want to grab this padded jacket over here. We'll go get those ticks in a second, get some more bandages, which I could definitely use more of. As per usual, oh wow, I thought this was multiple ticks, but instead it is just one really big one. Still, we can just, okay, never mind. Helen can take it out with a nice stab. Helen is now level 14. I wonder what's the deal with these things lighting up like that. Another thing we have to find within the boiler room is that there's another video game for us to collect. I vaguely recall where it is. I believe it is over, actually close by where we hit that lever, so we'll want to make our way over there when we get a chance. It is almost noon. Time advances fairly quickly. Did I fight one of these guys before? Oh my god, sorry, excuse me, that was a disaster. I believe I have, but we're seeing another one just in case. Not gonna mess around this time. I'm actually gonna take this guy relatively seriously. Not because it's necessary, but because I'd like to get through the fight quickly. And that's exactly why I wanted to take him seriously, because I knew I would just get hit with some misses there. He might have been in the distance, and that's why I wasn't able to hit him. Regardless, let's just make our way past that guy. We've got more ticks to destroy. We are exterminators, more or less. And hey, check this out. More Molotov cocktails. These are not going to be too helpful coming up. Next, what we're going to do here is just have Joel fire off a Teeth Storm, and that should finish these ticks off really quickly. I believe I mentioned this before, but Teeth Storm does not seem to ever miss, which is just another great bit of utility for it. It's a powerful and reliable way to take out a bunch of enemies at once, so I'm a huge fan of Teeth Storm. Really good addition to Joel's moveset. Here we've got a can of cola, a chalky bar, and a boiler room refrigerator. Let's just take that. A bunch of frozen pizzas, TV dinners, pizza bites, all stuff that I'm sure Sam is all too familiar with, but it's not super critical now because we are just flush with food. We have so much food we can use. Man, there's so many of these things. Got another batch of these guys right here. Once again, Joel, Teeth Storm, it just takes it out. It just works. These guys are defeated with no issue. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Okay, with that taken care of, what we're gonna do next, let me see. I know where one of the other ticks are. I've done this several times across many playthroughs. Hey, thing's looking a little bit more ferocious than the last time we saw it, I gotta say. Nah, I'm probably just overthinking it. Let's see, I think we need to get into the southeast now, so let's work our way over here. Without the boiler beast to worry about, it's really not a big deal getting through the boiler room. And none of the enemies here are super weak either, so if you've happened to get any late joiners that you might want to get into your party, like Zarya and Monty, it's not a bad idea to leave a lot of the enemies here alive so that you can just come back and defeat them really easily. Just thinking real quick about what I want to do for something that's coming up. I think I have a good method for getting that taken care of quickly. Here we've got more sets of ticks, more Teeth Storm to come on out from Joel. For some reason, despite them looking not particularly evasive, they are in fact quite evasive. I really dislike these ticks, which is why I'm appreciative of a move like Teeth Storm that never misses. Very handy to have. So many dead bodies in here. Hey, another explosive. Could probably use more of those as we just got absolutely robbed of all the explosives we've had up to this point. Alright, now I believe there is one more tick that we need to take care of, and it's actually going to force something of an interesting change on me. We'll get to that when we get to it, but I actually want Helen to unequip the Hell Sword for now. It doesn't matter what she equips, but we actually want Helen to be at her maximum HP, because it'll help us out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give her I'm going to give her a tonic, and then 2 bandages. There we go, 357 HP, that should be good. I'm going to need her to have very high HP for something I want to do coming up, and as a matter of fact, I'm probably going to forego the Hell Sword on an upcoming battle that we're going to be getting into. I want to use something that's not going to be as devastating to her ability to function. Let's see here. No, not the scalpel. I was looking for the combat knife. I was like, we've got 2 of these combat knives, so may as well put them to good use. It's not going to be super great against what we're going to be doing, but it will be one of the better options we have. Coming along this way, and through here, I believe this one leads to the video game. Yes, this should be it. I do recognize this floor. Heading over this way. We also have our final tick coming up once we return. We get the game Catafalque. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get all the games on this file, because going through all the door events that I did, there was a very particular one that we need to get in order to get all the games in the game, and I wasn't having much luck seeing him, and I'm not sure if that's already seeded for my playthrough. I'm never going to encounter that guy. Funnily enough, he's one of the more common encounters I get other times I played the game. Got another set of vintage sneakers over there, which isn't that helpful, but it is there. Just out of curiosity, do I have anything that's better than the Rusty Crown for Sam? Let's see, that's better. I do care quite a bit about the equipment that I'm going to be using for the upcoming fight. I'm going to go do that. We've already killed all the rats anyway, so there's no reason to keep that equipped. Let's see here. Do I want to sacrifice agility for more defense? Defense is going to be pretty important coming up. I think I can pass on that. Let's also take a look at what kind of jewelry I have here. Let's see, immune to panic and fear, disease resist. I think what I want to do is equip this ring of alertness. More evasion would actually be helpful for the upcoming battle. Let's see here. Yeah, Helen's looking good. Just always want to make sure to go over my stuff. Joel is definitely looking good. He's been set for a while. All right, let's continue on. The squeaking of rats stops. When you unequip the rusty crown, that happens. We're also unable to use the vomit skill anymore. Not that that really matters. Now over here, is it just me or does this tick look a little different? Doesn't look as aggressive either. Oh, hey, don't kill me. I'm Tickle, the friendly tick. I'm here to drink blood and make friends. My, you look both friendly and positively engorged with blood. I can't believe my luck. Oh, we're going to be the best of friends. Say, got any blood to spare? I can trade you stuff for it. I'm an awfully resourceful tick. So, what can I do for you? Tickle will take blood from your characters, which is their HP. He will, I'll just take a moment, won't hurt a bit. He will take their entire HP, and the amount of HP he decides to drink, or he is able to drink, yum, that was really good. Thanks so much. That was worth 8 friendship points. Wow, a real friendship point. Lucky you. You now have 8 friendship points, redeemable for all sorts of things. So, what can I do for you? Oh, let's take a look at his items. You've accumulated 8 friendship points. What would you like? Now, Tickle sells a bunch of items related to either draining HP from you, unfortunately, or recharging HP. In particular, he sells the Blood Helmet and the Vampiric Jacket. Extremely powerful pieces of equipment that drain your HP, and they do this when you're on the field. They function like a poison stat. However, he also sells the Crimson Ring that gives you an HP regen effect that offsets the drain of the Blood Helmet and the Vampiric Jacket. So if you stack those all on one character, it can really help out. Goodbye! Come back when you have blood to spare, eh? And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to make use of those elixirs just to quickly restore Helen right there. Then we can give the blood off. And that should come pretty close to letting us get all his items there. It'll get us up to 16 because Helen has enough HP to get us 8 friendship points per donation. And I'll just have roaches. We'll not question how Tickle is going to draw blood from roaches, but we'll have him spare his blood, and then we can use more of our healing items to bring them back up to full. There we go. Ooh, crunchy. And with that, we get 6 friendship points, and yeah, that's enough to get everything that Tickle has for us. So, I'd like to trade items, and we're going to take the Crimson Ring. Yes, for sure. And then we're going to take the Vampiric Jacket, and you can only get one of each item from Tickle, so once you've gotten all his items, well, will I really want to spoil the surprise? Yes, we'll take that Blood Helmet there. We will take this Mosquito Knife, and what the heck, we'll make one more donation so that we can get the Blood Clot Bomb. Take one for the team here, Joel. Ah, boy. I'm guessing the team is none too happy with Sam right now. 2 friendship points. There we go. We are lucky indeed. We will get that final item, the Blood Clot. Oh, actually, you can get multiple Mosquito Knives. Regardless, we just want a Blood Clot Bomb that inflicts heavy bleeding on all targets. Not that bad, actually. So, now, let's take a look at the stuff that we got here. So, you can see that this Crimson Ring here lowers your stats slightly, but grants life regeneration. By contrast, this Vampiric Jacket here doesn't have as much defense as the Studded Jacket, but gives good bonuses to the rest of your stats, so that's pretty nice there. And you can offset the HP drain with the Crimson Ring. Now, let me think. I think who would really like the Vampiric Jacket would actually be Joel, and we're going to take his Carnelian Ring, and we're going to replace it with the Crimson Ring. So now he has life regeneration to offset the drain from the Vampiric Jacket. We're going to take that Carnelian Ring and give it to Helen there, and let's see, next I want to give, now the ruby ring is exactly what I'd like for him. Let's see, ring of alertness. I just put that on as a precaution. Let's see, we will put the sapphire ring on Sam. Now we'll take this opportunity to recover our entire party. Let's see, we'll just use 1 elixir on Helen, because she takes quite a bit to heal up. We'll use 2 tonics on Roaches, 2 tonics on Joelle, couple of bandages to keep them topped off, bandages on Sam, and then we want to make sure we are just fully healed up for what's coming up here. So use a cola can on Sam, that should be good. Use that on Roaches. Make sure that his rifle is reloaded. Now, let me just take a look at that mosquito knife, see how that compares to our combat knife while I'm thinking of it. I believe the mosquito knife possibly has a HP draining effect. Regardless, it's much weaker than our combat knife, so it's not something I want to use. So now with that taken care of, actually, while I'm thinking of it, let's look at that blood cat. Less defense, but much better agility and attack. So you know what? I will give that to Joel real quick. He should be fine. And now, I'm afraid, Tickle. What can I do for you? I'm afraid you need to get out of here, Tickle. Oh no! I was betrayed! And yes, we are just going to squish this little Tickle. And with that, a Teeth Storm out from Joelle. Very good damage there. And now, I don't hear any more skittering. I think we've taken out every single tick in here. Oh, whoops. I think the Blood Helmet is overtaking the HP regen. Just a little bit, though. Yeah, you can see Joelle flashing red back there. Never mind, we'll take the blood cap off of him. I'd rather not have him be taking all that damage. Regardless, that's, actually, you know what? If I use Teeth Storm consistently, the motorcycle helmet is just a little bit better than that. You know what, I will give that to him, because Teeth Storm just doesn't miss anyway. Anyway, continuing on over here, if you step over here, radiating heat from the furnace stings your eyes. You feel like a knight approaching the dragon's lair. Getting any closer would be foolish. Are you ready to die? Originally, you did not get this prompt. You would just be thrown into a battle with the furnace. We could leave, but where's the fun in that? Why don't we fight this thing? First thing it does is emits a blinding jet of steam, and Helen got blinded there. Very unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We want to get Nitro Boost going. Let's get some eye drops on Helen there. Let's have Helen set up a stock, and we will have Joelle throw a acid flask at this thing. And we'll also have Sam mostly stick to throwing explosives at it in the hopes that we'll get a stun going. Actually, I think I want to, what I would actually like to do is set up my DOT effect. So, you know what that means? It's actually time to start setting up, what is it? For Roundsaw Jaw. Now this guy, he has a lot of HP, and he's going to charge and charge and charge, and then he will eventually burst and deal a whole bunch of damage to the entire party. Let's see here. I want to go with Roach Cannon here. I want to have Helen use Carve here, and I want to have Joelle, of course, use his Roundsaw Jaw. Let's go. And there we go. Roundsaw Jaw right out there. If we can get bleeding on this guy, that would be wonderful. A stun, very nice. That'll mitigate the damage we're liable to take here. Okay, not having much luck getting bleed onto him, surprisingly enough. Here we go, the furnace roars, and he's no longer stunned. So next up, he is going to do a big sweeping attack. Now, Sam is not liable to survive this, even if I have him guard. So we're going to have him use a elixir on himself, and we're going to have Joelle go for another Roundsaw Jaw, because Joelle cannot guard. He does not have that option. He just has to take it. There we go. We got the bleed going on him, I think. No. Ah, man, I got that mixed up with the roach effect that was going on. Whoa! Okay. Oof. Ow. Not good. Not good. That's fine. That's fine, though. We can still survive this. That got tuned up even more in a previous update. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go for stimulants here and get everybody back on their feet. That was not very good. Ow! Yeah, that must have gotten buffed up in the last patch, because it didn't do that much damage to me the last time I played this game. We're going to definitely need to get this guy taken down quick, so Sam, get back to throwing the explosive. Actually, now, I was thinking of getting Nitro Boost back up, but it's not going to be worth it. Let's see, go for beam shots there. Helen, use a deep cut, and Joelle, definitely use a Roundsaw Jaw there. If we can get more stuns going on this guy, it would be helpful. Stuns, unfortunately, do have a cumulative resistance, so we do have to be mindful of that. They're not going to last consistently. Okay, another incineration, and And we need to kill this thing quickly, because it's going to be rearing up for another burst. Okay, that's our boost running out. Let's go for aim shot here. Helen, go for a carve, and Joelle, I just want you to throw an acid flask at it. Hopefully this deals good damage to it, or rather gets it close to being finished off here. We've got a lot of DOT effects stacked on it, so we're dealing pretty solid damage to it at this point. Nice, beautiful hit from Helen there. Furnace attack, and we dodge. Love it. Alright, we got it. It's do or die time. We gotta kill it now, or we lose. So let's just go all out. Acid flask, aim shot, go for carve here, and another explosive on it. Here we go. Is this gonna be enough? It is stunned, but that does not prevent it from doing its burst. It's burning. Violent swing from Helen. Yes! Woof! That was close! Ugh. But with that, we get 800 experience, $200, and the Furnace Edge. Also, Roaches now knows Roach Fireball, and Joelle is level 16. Oof. That was brutal. Why did we do that? Now, in the original versions of the game, you actually got nothing aside from the satisfaction of defeating the furnace there. But I believe it was the 1.02 patch that added in this weapon, the Furnace Edge. It is a unique fire-type weapon, and it's honestly kind of bad. It's a one-handed weapon that has no unique skills, and it is not dual slash type, so Helen can't make good use of this, and it doesn't really do anything super interesting. Like, let's equip the Sam right there, and you will see that no skills from it. On a character that isn't Sam, it can honestly be kind of worse than a combat knife, because combat knife comes with powerful skills like deep cut and carve, while the Furnace Edge comes with nada. Now, don't worry, Placid has taken over duties of heating the water in the apartment, so killing the Furnace Edge doesn't cause us any problems. We're fine. It's not going to do anything negative to us. With that taken care of, let's return to the apartment. Ugh, man, what a day we've been having. Now, I'm going to be doing something kind of counterintuitive here. I'm injured. You should let me rest for a while. And indeed, our party members do have little comments on their current status, and we'll leave Helen behind. Hey, Mr. Sam, I'm not really feeling like we're here right now. Can I stay home and rest for a while? For sure, Joelle, for sure. Stay behind. I'll hang out here. And finally, we of course want to tell Roaches to take a little break. He's put in good work for us. Also, we're just, getting into the encounter again. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, sure. Roaches, you've already joined us. Yeah, Roaches can be a little buggy sometimes, and forget that, we have already, recruited him. Let's, take this opportunity to brush our teeth and take a shower, because it's honestly been a while since Sam has had one of those. Although, frankly, for this particular playthrough, the game's event flags seem to be kind of broken, and we're not really losing our secondary stats like we're supposed to. You think about the labyrinth first floor. Why is it so strangely warped? Nothing like this has happened on your own floor, although the corridor on the second floor seemed to stretch as you were being chased. You shower for about a half an hour. You have soap and hot water, so the shower is very effective. Alright, with that taken care of, I'm just thinking about what I'd like to do here real quick. Let me look over my key items. I kind of want to get another proper offering, but it might not be in my interest to do that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go visit Jasper now with this painting. If you remember, we got the correct painting that depicted the visitor from Frederick's apartment. So we have one valid offering, and I would like to make one valid offering right now. So let's go do that. Alright, here we are with Jasper, and let's quickly run through our offerings. Now, because I'm going to give him a valid offering, I do not want to give him cinnamon. We'll go over that why next time, but for right now, I do just want to give him proper offerings. We're going to give him a painting, a carrying bag for a canvas. Did someone paint the visitor's image? Very good. Do you have an offering? Indeed, indeed. And of course, once again, we're going to give him a bunch of crap. We're going to give him blank photo paper. We are going to give him the crumpled manuscript that is just complete gibberish. And we are going to give him the clean manuscript, which is a somewhat well-written, but ultimately meaningless detective story, at least for stuff that we could give to the visitor. So let's just hand over, not the loose manuscript, the clean manuscript. appears to be a manuscript. Blah, blah, blah. We've already seen that dialogue, and we've already made our way to the roof before, so let me just quickly warp over there. Oh, I forgot this door right here. Unfortunately, I don't have any herbicide. If you're curious what's past that door has an elixir behind it. Just one elixir. I'll see if I can't get it next time around, but I'm gonna have to find the items that allow us to craft herbicides for that purpose. Here we are, once again, at the roof. It's the door to the roof. Are you sure you want to go? There's no going back after this. Let's go. You're outside. You don't feel any different. Now, let's quickly run through all of the astronomers once again. Hey, Jasper, trust me, you're gonna love those manuscripts that I gave you. And once again, he fears the worst. Hey, Aurelius, how are things going? Within this bag is a painting of the visitor. I know it in my heart of hearts. Yes, this is his form, as seen through the flawed human eyes of an artist. Perfect. The use of color. It is beautiful. Oh, that is exhilarating. Alright, I'll head to the ritual site. Meet us there once everything is ready. If you've given a correct offering, they don't horribly mutate, and instead they make their way to the ritual circle. On to the next people who we did not give correct offerings to. Hey, Beryl, you having a good time out there? I'm sure you're oh man, you are just delighted to be here. Alright, give it to me straight, Aster. Did I get a good shot of the visitor? Unfortunately, does not look like it. But, with that taken care of, if we make our way down here, only one astronomer correctly prepared their offering. Time to head to the ritual circle and begin. I'm sure we can do it with just us and one other astronomer. It's not even the lead guy, but I'm sure that he's, Jasper has adequately prepared his followers for such an occurrence. You look up into the sky. All you see is thick, dark clouds above. I guess this is it. It's finally time to call upon the visitor, huh? I think I'm ready. I just need a moment. Oh, great observer. We have brought a painting of you. We seek to see you, commune with you. Please, we're risking everything to look at you. Please look back at us. Give us a sign. I feel it! We will ascend! Oh boy, he's ascending. I'm not too keen on that, though. We better start by getting a nitro boost up on ourselves. And here we go. Aurelius has become hostile, and now he has become the Chorus of One. The Chorus of One attacks with a black hole that always does half your HP in damage. So, healing yourself up against it is actually pretty impractical. Fortunately, the Chorus of One otherwise does not do anything too threatening. As you can see, his basic physical attacks are quite weak. We should be able to take him out with some clean jump attacks, assuming Sam can actually hit, of course. The Joyful Peak there is a little bit more threatening, but I think we can defeat this guy, no issue. Just keep our jumping attacks going. We better, ooh, there comes another black hole, and another attack from him. What we're gonna do now is, I actually do want to keep myself healed up a little bit, so we'll use a stimulant there. Here comes another Joyful Peak. Ow. I wonder if that's another percent damage attack. Sam is no longer boosted. What we're gonna do next is we are going to toss an explosive at this guy. That should deal some pretty good damage for us. Chorus of One is stunned, which is very much helpful to us. Unfortunately, that does not prevent him from doing his end-of-turn attack. Still, with him stunned, that prevents the bulk of his more threatening actions. Now, if Sam could actually hit with his jumping attack... Oh, man. Yeah, the Chorus of One just seems to be able to operate through most of its stuns. That's actually rather unfortunate for us. Let's go for another jump attack here. Hopefully we can defeat it. Things are looking a little rough for Sam here. Okay, I think we should be good to just do another jumping attack on that one. Another Joyful Peak. Yeah, that must be another percent damage attack, because it's doing way less damage now. As long as that's the bulk of his attack options, we should be able to defeat him with minimal issue here. There goes another black hole. Let's see, I will want to heal after this one, because a couple more attacks could finish us off there. We'll just use a tonic there. 97 HP, more than enough for us. Now, hopefully, my remaining jump attacks here will continue to connect, and we should be able to defeat this guy in due time. The panic is a little unfortunate, but I should still be able to work through it. Let me see. We're out of acid flasks, but we do have grenades. Grenades deal about 80 damage, probably the best damage we have if we're not able to use our jump slashes, so we'll keep hitting him with those. He just sticks mostly to his percent damage attacks, which is fine by me. We'll hit him with another grenade. I'm surprised at how durable this guy is proving to be right now. Come on, we can defeat this guy. We got him on the ropes. Let's hit him with another grenade. Man, I'm surprised at how much HP this guy has. I don't remember this guy being this durable. It is worth noting at this point that depending on how many correct offerings you give, this boss is slightly different. You can have multiple different choruses for this fight here. Though, if you have only given 1, 2, 3 correct offerings, this is the only fight you're going to be seeing right now. Let's hit it with a blood clot bomb. Why not? See if we can't get some bleed going on it, and indeed we did. That should deal some pretty hefty damage to it there. Only the panic would go away. Yeesh. If it's dealing that much, we must still have a lot of damage left to try and hit this guy with. I will hit it with a Molotov also, since if we can get burn stacked onto that bleed, that'll also drain through a bunch of its HP for us. Okay, there comes some heavy bleed, some more burn. There we go. Wow! I did not know this guy had this much HP. That's ridiculous here. This is taking a while to get through. I seriously thought this guy went down quicker than this, but apparently I was just, oh, nope, we defeated it. All right. But what does that mean for the ritual? I have a bad feeling about this. Sam was victorious. You got some experience and some money, but you run from the roof, leaving behind the twisted abominations that used to be the astronomers. The ritual was a complete fiasco. It went so very wrong. Was that your fault? You got at least some of it right. This might be your fault. Your heart pounds into your throat. You stagger back to your apartment. Your friends look horrified. You're covered in blood, right? Yeah. You rush to the bathroom to wash your face. You're seeing double. You feel cold. Your heart races. Intense nausea. Is this a heart attack? Maybe shock. It must be shock. You're in shock. Of course you are. Everybody's dead. Everything's gone. It's all over. The ritual thing was a dud. The people who knew the most about this thing are all gone, or have lost their minds. But at least you're unharmed. Or not. Shit, 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 shit! No, 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 no! Calm down. You're fine. You're okay. You're not losing your mind. You're okay. Of course this would happen. You've been on the roof! On the roof! You even looked up at the damn thing! That was so stupid. Ah! Why did you do that? Okay, chill. This isn't so bad. You can work with this. It's oh, it's bad. Oh no, it's getting worse. Oh no, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together! It's getting worse when you lose your cool. Whatever you do, don't lose your cool. Stay calm. Close your eyes! As long as you calm down, you can stop this. Deep breath. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3. Don't open your eyes. Don't look, just count. You can do this. 4, 5, 6. Yes, it's getting much worse. Don't think about it. 7. The changes are slowing down. You can tell this is working. You really want to peek, but don't do it. 8. 9. 10. No! Close your eyes! Close your eyes! Close your eyes! The end. Flawed Ritual. If you give 1, 2, 3 correct offerings, but an incorrect offering that is not cinnamon, you will get the Flawed Ritual ending. Not a particular cheery outcome for Sam. There are a couple of variations of it depending on, well actually there's one variation of it. If you don't have any allies waiting for you back at the apartment, obviously you wouldn't have that part about your friends being in shock of your current appearance. Otherwise, the ending plays out exactly the same. Funnily enough, if you do have people in your party when you fight on the rooftop, and indeed, you can bring allies to the rooftop with you, I just wanted to have a little bit of parity between that ending and what happens when we get back to the apartment, because it doesn't really make much sense if Sam is leaving the rooftop alone, and then his friends are shocked that he went on to the rooftop. Yeah, all of your allies that you can bring to the ending, they only react to one of the endings, and unfortunately, they do not have any kind of epilogue or anything when you beat the game, which is a little disappointing, but we'll go over that as we get through the other endings. I think that's a good place to stop the video, and we're actually pretty close to done with everything there is to do in Look Outside. Now that we have cleared out the boiler room, we've defeated all major bosses at this point, so now all that's left to do is to get to the, well okay, there's one not really major boss, but one kind of boss enemy left, but all that's really left to do is secure the remaining offerings and get the remaining endings of the game. There are also a couple of incidental things that I can do, like obviously I didn't return to the cold apartment yet to use the ice salt there, so that's another little bit I can do to pad out the video, and there's a couple of interactions I want to get with Lyle once we actually get the proper photo developed, so look forward to that. But yeah, that's where we're going to call it a video here. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.